Welcome back, basketball fans. Today, we will be discussing the drama that is currently taking place in the WNBA, and that is Angel Reese v. Caitlin Clark. This story is not merely about two famous athletes, and therefore the reader is immediately grabbed. It is about envy, passion, rivalry, and how two young women are revolutionizing the whole women's basketball. Fasten your seatbelts because this is only the beginning, and what I'm about to reveal will definitely ignite people's passion. Both Clark and Reese are not only new to the team, they're new at changing the course of the sport and its culture as well. It began with a declaration. Angel Reese came out and said, "They're watching me too. I'm not the only one out here." And for a second, it appeared that Reese was gearing up for the throne, ready to fight for her place in the WNBA. But what happened next, no one could have expected. The following day after that proclamation, Angel Reese was thrown out of the game, which many considered as a move that indicated that things were slowly going sour for her. It was hard to miss the fact that Reese began looking more emotional throughout the game, and some people even accused her of such tactics. Is it possible that Caitlin Clark's rapid ascent was finally becoming too large for Reese to just simply look the other way? Let's get one thing straight. This is a player that Angel Reese is good. She's not the one who will just disappear. Her skills, her drive, and her rebounding ability have made her a very formidable player. But when we are talking about the rivalry with Caitlin Clark, we cannot help but think that jealousy is slowly joining the game. Consider this. Caitlin Clark, with her Steph Curry-like shooting range and her desire to score, was going to get fouls one way or another. Her deep threes, insane assists, and the manner in which she runs the show has gotten everyone's attention. Of course, Caitlin never played against Angel Reese. Still, she was bound to come through the ranks. Thus, is it possible that the show has become one where Clark is outshining Reese? Or is it that Reese is having her mind play tricks on her due to Clark's intelligence? It's not very often that a rookie arrives on the scene and steals the show like Caitlin Clark has done. She's a once-in-a-lifetime player who has the ability to take the court and make everyone look at her. Others have even started referring to her as the female Steph Curry, and there is no doubt that she is one of the best. Clark's capacity to score from beyond the arc with close to half-court shots that will make you watch in awe is just but a mere tip of the iceberg. Let's look at the numbers. Caitlin Clark is averaging 17.1 points per game. 8. He also had 2 assists and close to 5 rebounds. For a rookie, these numbers are obscene. She is as Lone Ranger who knows how to emerge as a force to reckon with in any game. That isn't just skill. That is revolutionary. But it's not only the numbers. It is the way Clark plays that sets her apart from everybody else. Her confidence when playing, her poise during pressure situations, and her capability of performing moves that cause the opponent's trouble. It is no wonder that everyone is raving about her. Off the court, Clark still possesses some kilometric aura. She's bringing in more viewers, selling more WNBA merchandise, and her plays are being shared on social media platforms. Now, Angel Reese isn't some random person who is following in the footsteps of Clark. She's also quite the athlete with scoring an average of 13.5 points and 11.9 rebounds. She's a power on the paint and knows how to command the space. But when her numbers are compared with Caitlin's, then the difference becomes quite evident. It's like using a pencil to wake a sleeping giant. You can try, but it will not end well for you. Contrary to Reese, who can make points and rule the paint area, she lacks the other aspects of the game that are well developed by Clark. It's not just with Caitlin that Reese is annoyed. She's annoyed with the fact that despite all that Caitlin does, everyone keeps focusing on Clark. And that frustration is starting to become visible. So, let's discuss that occasion. The occasion that raised this enmity to an entirely new level. This happened in a very crucial game, and Angel Reese, who was rather annoyed, made the "you can't see me" hand gesture and put it right in Caitlin Clark's face. When Reese showed up at the GCE in Season 2, it almost came across as a power play. Reese was not going to let Clark outshine her. But once the dust had well and truly settled, it became apparent that this had been more to do with diverting attention away from the fact that Clark had been outmaneuvering her. This sparked a lot of reactions on the social media platforms. You Couldn't See Me was trending across social media platforms, but Angel Reese did not want it this way. It failed to mobilize support. It instead became a sign of people's anger. Some people began to wonder if Reese was paying more attention to how to beat her rivals than how to develop her own game. As can be seen from the remarks made by analysts and fans, Clark did not even blink when the gesture was made. She simply carried on with the game and her victory. Here's where Caitlin Clark's true strength lies. She didn't have to say anything, though. She did not have to make a provocation or say something annoying. She remained silent, acknowledging her play as the only voice that she needed to make. It is not common to see such calmness on the field, especially from a new player in the team. It is that which makes her different from the rest of the people. For instance, let us look at a particular game that will take place on August 30th, 2024. Clark didn't just come through the door, she came through the roof. In a single game of the regular season, she became the first rookie in the WNBA history to score 31 points and hand out 12 assists against the Chicago Sky. And she did it with such nonchalance, as if it was the most normal thing to do. One more day at work. But what Caitlin was doing at the same time, she was too busy to care about what was going on in Clark's head. That my friends are the power move. However, let's not forget what happens next. Reese's actions weren't ignored, and the consequences followed soon after. Some of the basketball stars like Charles Barkley did not mince words and labeled her as immature and undisciplined. Shaquille O'Neal decided to jump into the conversation and said that if someone wants to talk trash, then he has to be able to back it up on the basketball court, and Reese failed to do so here. Public opinion shifted. Social media, which once was a platform that Reese had many followers against her. It was memes and hashtags on social media, with some making fun of her for trying to bring down Caitlin Clark instead of trying to better herself. This was a rather harsh, rude shock for Reese, and one that would make her realize that Clark was not just another opponent that she had to defeat on the court, but rather the new face of the WNBA. We are not shy of saying that Caitlin Clark is the future of the WNBA here. Her rise to the top has seen the league gain so much exposure like has never been before in the league. The sales of merchandise are increasing, people are tuning in to watch her play, and her dunks are attracting fans who may not have been interested in the WNBA before. Clark is not only a player, but she is a movement. She is the role model for a new generation of athletes. Girls who watching her and can say, I can do it as well. Every time she on the court, she fighting not only for herself, but for the future of the WNBA. Thus, what is the implication of all this for Angel Reese? It can be seen that she is standing at a crossroad and doesn't know which way to turn. She is a good player and possesses the ability to become a force in the WNBA, but she has to step up her game because Caitlin Clark is quickly rising. Of course, it's not enough to be good. You have to be great, and you have to stay great. This is not the end of the fight between Reese and Clark. To the contrary, this is only the tip of the iceberg. But one thing is certain. Caitlin Clark is the new standard, and if Angel Reese wants to remain relevant, then she has to come with the heat. This is the most entertaining the WNBA has ever been, and these two players are right in the middle of it. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Could Angel Reese's jealousy be the worst enemy to her, or will she stand up and prove to everyone that she is capable? It is also important to note that Caitlin Clark will continue to dazzle, and how high can she lift the WNBA? Please do let us know in the comment section below. You should also follow us by clicking the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. And of course, do not forget to click that notification bell so that you can be notified anytime there is new WNBA news or update. See you later. Until next time, don't forget to tune in.